Hey everyone. For this second video on the Mexican sun and moon, we are going to be looking at two groups of colors. We're going to be looking at the cool colors, which is purple, green, and blue, and looking at the warm colors of yellow, orange, and red, and splitting up our picture between those two color groups. So this is a lesson on color theory. The idea is using those groups to harmonize your picture. And so we're going to use them also in this case as kind of the excitement and like burst of energy coming out of the sun side by using those warm colors and a calmer feel on our moon side. So I hope you guys were able to do the drawing and work with the line and shape patterns. I will turn the camera and show you my example that I made the last time with my video. A couple tips that I want to give here. So you're working with two groups. You've got your three colors, which will be our warm colors, yellow, red, and orange, and purple, blue, and green, the cool colors for the moon side. This all comes from the color wheel. Basically, you're splitting it in half. So you're looking at the orange, the reds, and the yellows, this top half, as being your warmer colors. Then the other half, the greens, the blues, and the purples for our moon. So a couple tips here. I already started coloring with the warm color yellow on my sun side. I'm only working with these three colors. This has a lot of different parts, so I want to separate all these different shapes by changing the color of each little shape. So like in the eye, I'm going to use two colors, and they shouldn't be the same color as the face of your sun. Okay, so I use yellow, so I'm using red for those two parts of the eye, and then even with the lips, I'm not going to use the yellow. I'm going to switch my colors. Okay, so between the red and this great bright orange, I like that. That's a good color crayon here. So I'm going to use that, color up the eye, and maybe the bottom of the lip. All right, so you definitely want various color changes as you go between the lips and the eyes. The other thing I wanted to show you was, especially with like if you have shape patterns, that you should be using two colors in each of these. But the idea is that your first section, say I'm doing it in orange, then I'm going to create a pattern with these sections. So I'll go orange, yellow, and then red, and then go back and fill in any of those zigzag lines or any of the line patterns that I incorporated. Okay, so I'm just going through quick. I'm going to fill up this area. Okay, orange, yellow, then I go to red. All right, and we want to make this a pattern or repeating colors. So we're looking at using the element of color as a way to create pattern in our work. So as soon as I get down to here, I'm going to start over. So I did orange, yellow, red, as you can see. So to make it a pattern, I just start over with the color that I originally started, which is orange. So orange, yellow, red. So I'm just going right through, back to orange. Orange for this section. And red. And you can see I'm not coloring in those zigzags yet. I'm not coloring in those just yet. I can switch to another color for those, so maybe yellow for the triangles and make them really pop. All right, orange for these zigzags here. So now I'm changing my color, but the main sections are going to continue as a pattern. Okay, so orange, yellow, red. Orange, next section will be yellow to create that continuing pattern of color. Okay, and this section I have a lot more details, so this was a good way to show you some tips. Okay, so I'm just thinking first the big rays of sun, turning those into color patterns, and then switching my color and filling in any details like the shape pattern that I have here. I'll just keep them all red on this one. All right, and see, I haven't even done anything with the cool colors yet. So just going right through. So orange, yellow, back to red on this one. There we go. Filling that section. I'm going really quick. You guys can always pause the video if you need to keep up. And I'm going too quick for you. Just pause the video and you can finish it that way. So I'm going to fill in these. All right, almost done with my warm colors here. And I'll put it up to the camera, let you guys see what I'm talking about, how I switch my colors and each sun's rays. Let's see, yellow, orange, back to red. All right, even I gotta sit here and pay attention to what colors I'm using and going back, double checking, make sure that I'm keeping them in order. All right, this side's gonna be the opposite. So this side is going to be the cool colors. All right, so the lips are going to be colored with cool colors. So I'll use green, purple. There we go. And my third color, blue, that'll be for the moon's face. There we go. And that will start my pattern. Okay, so when I color in the moon's face, here's another tip. All right, start with whatever color you're using for the moon. Okay, you could use green, you could use purple. Mine is blue, but feel free to use any of those colors. Okay, and that will begin your pattern. So you're going right, finishing up the face. There we go, almost done. And then I really choose my color pattern. Okay, so I always suggest just color in the face of the moon first, and then you're going to choose your second color for that ring around the moon, and then your third color, and that begins your pattern. Okay, just like we did with the warm colors on the sun side. So I've got blue, and then I'll switch. I'll get rid of these, don't need those. So I'm going to do green next. Okay, and then my third cool color will be purple. And I'm just about done. Okay, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this project. I enjoyed teaching it. I enjoy learning about some artwork from around the world. Mexico has a long, long history in the art world, and some really fantastic work. Blue, green, and I'll go to purple. Okay, you can even make patterns within these wavy lines. All right. And I hope you guys enjoyed learning about your colors a little bit deeper. Okay, thinking about color choices when we're working, instead of just picking any random color and saying, oh, maybe this will look best. Using them as groups. Okay, artists do that all the time. It's a very, very helpful tool. Okay, it's something that the color wheel helps us with, is breaking up those colors. So there we go. Grab some greens and purples. Even made a pattern within this wavy section here, which I really like a lot. All right, so I'm going to go right back to blue, because that's the color that I started with the face of the moon. That's what started my pattern. So I'll do some blue. All right. And this is an idea with these colors, guys, that you guys can use with all your work. It's not just this project, but when you're painting, when you're drawing with markers, crayons. Okay, try to break those up into two groups and use them together for your patterns. Let's see, my last one here. Okay, do some purples and I'll show my work up on the camera. Really is coming together. The work is starting to really pop. I like it. All right, now you obvious, the green. That purple and green pattern with these wavy sections really stands out. Works pretty good. All right, so hope you guys have a lot of fun with this project and really come up with some great pattern ideas. It'll inspire you, hopefully, to put your patterns in just about every drawing that you do. Patterns are so important in bringing the whole picture together, bringing interest. It really makes it look great. Finish up that blue. There we go. All right, so there's the finished version. Okay, hope you guys have a great time doing this. If it's not perfect, you make a mistake, big deal. Don't worry about it. It's definitely something where you can do it a second time, a third time, or with different images, not just the sun and moon. All right, hope you guys had a great time. Hope these little tips helped you with coloring it in, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye now.